Okay, so we are live a few seconds early, not that much, but anyway, how is everyone doing today? It looks like we've only got one person in here so far. So I'm going to wait just a minute. Hi, Shells. How are you? Good morning. So happy to see you here. But anyway, I've got an unboxing to do for today, and we will show that and chat a little bit. And I do have some out of that same magazine. It's fun road trip questions that we might get to somewhere in the live, so we'll do some of those. But anyway, hello everyone. If you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you. And if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. Apparently, my tablet is not wanting to cooperate today because it is once again lagging. Good morning, Susan, Shells, Connie, Margie. So glad to see all of y'all here today. So I may not be able to use my tablet as my chat watcher, so I probably won't get that much diamond painting done today. Let's see. Nope, it's the only thing that it's showing right now. Let me see if this will work. I'm going to turn off my Wi-Fi on it and let it go off of 5G and see if that helps any. I'm not sure that it will, but we're going to try it. Good morning, Candace. How are you? It's thinking about it. I'm just going to have to break down and start using my old tablet on Wi-Fi in here because this new tablet just does not work the way I want it to. Okay, so we do have a few people. Something went wrong. Try again. Let's see. And I guess our neighbors are going to start mowing. So if y'all hear that in the background, that's okay. Y'all can still see me on this part. I'm having a few, hold on. Okay, I'm having a few little issues today with this. Maybe that'll be better. Yes, it seems to be working a little bit better now. Good morning, Southern Girl. How are you, Kathy? I think I missed you coming in. I think we got my tablet situation taken care of. So, anyway, how is everyone doing today? Okay, so for the stash unboxing, I'm going to do this one. It is a Randall Spangler. It's called Afternoon Tea. And actually, I have done this painting before, but it was one that I got off of Amazon. At that time, I did not know anything about copyright, who the artist was, anything like that. But anyway, it ended up it fell out of the picture frame off of the wall that I had it in and got ruined. So I went ahead whenever I noticed it on Diamond Art Club later on and bought it. And I still haven't done it yet, but this is an older one. But we are going to go ahead and take a look at this one. I hope y'all are enjoying the stash unboxings. I have had a very busy week this week. It has just been crazy. And I'm still in the same place that I was before, so you won't be able to see this whole painting all at once. But I think that this is just going to be so pretty whenever it's done. Even the Amazon one that I bought a long time ago turned out really well. So you can imagine how much better. Oops, earthquake. I hit the camera. Thank you, Shells. I really enjoyed doing that, and I'm a little disappointed though, because I thought that video would get a few more views than it did, but it hasn't. But I really enjoyed doing it. Even if they don't get a whole lot of views, I'm going to continue doing some of those whenever I go out and about. And good morning, Creative Jen. You have been decluttering my life. Oh, I don't know what to say to that. I absolutely had so much fun on Thursday. If any of y'all are ever in Arkansas, go to Van Buren and look at their main street. Go to the main street and look at all their little shops. And if you want to see even more of them open and stuff, I would try to go there on a day that they have the train going, which I believe is Wednesday, Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. I can't remember which ones it is. Yes, it was so much fun, and I didn't even go through half of the shops. In fact, I recorded a lot more than what I put on that video. Otherwise, it would have been over an hour and a half long. And I had to try to cut out parts with people in it. I don't really like showing people on here that don't want to be, but sometimes out in public it's a little harder to do. True, I could do that, Shells. But look at this. Isn't he just adorable? I know I'm covering up my other camera, but look at that. I absolutely love this painting. And what in the world is on the back of this? I just took it out of the box and the bag. Okay. Anyway, that is the main part of it. Then I'm going to try to show this to you down here. I've really got to get my other desk cleaned up. Look at this coffee cup and all the detail in it. The clouds and the moon. And then the tablecloth. I absolutely love this. I cannot actually seeing this out of the box. This is another one that's definitely going to go on my list to do. It's got the old step-by-step instructions. And then you can tell this, wait, no, this is the pre-cut stickers. Never mind. I was going to say that this was the ones without the pre-cut stickers, but it does have pre-cut. Here's the little picture of him. Isn't he so adorable? This has 50 colors. It's a 56 by 69 centimeter. And it looks like it has 3 ABs on it. Yes, he does. I absolutely love his painting. I'm a kid at heart, though. I love all the stuff like that. I might have to look into that if I can manage to get my bigger paintings done, because I plan on doing 2 of my mystery paintings in August. I don't think I have a small Spangler. I think this is just about as small as it gets with Spanglers. Good morning, Granny. How are you? But we're going to go ahead and look at these colors real quick, and then I'll put this away, and we'll go ahead and get started on the rest of it. These are such pretty colors. There's one of the ABs. It's the white AB. Love that pink. I love all pinks, but that one's one of my favorites. We're just going to do this really, really quick. I have so many Spanglers. I would really like to get some of them done too. But I probably do 3 or 4 Spanglers every year out of my stash, and I've still got a lot. You know what? I don't even think I mentioned the name of it. I might have, but this is called Afternoon Tea by Randall Spangler. It's one of my stash ones. It is a round drill painting. There's one of the ABs, that blue. And then this green is one of the ABs. I think that is all of the ABs in this one. Yep, I'm definitely going to have to make time to do this one too. Looking through all of these in my stash every week. I'll show it again here. I'll show you this for now, and then I'll show the canvas again here in a minute. That is what it looks like. Isn't he so adorable? I probably do. But they're, like Shell said, Brandy, I can't remember her channel name off the top of my head, does a Spangler event. If you want to, Shells, you can shout out her name or her channel name on here. That would be fine. She does Spangler events, I believe, twice a year. I may be wrong on that, though. And all the 2 bags at $33.71 and 2 bags at $3.10. Yep. Okay, I could not remember the name off the top of my head. If I was on my actual YouTube doing this, I would make you a moderator, Shells. I'll try to do that sometime soon. So you can put the links in. And then that is all the colors in this one. Let's see if I can get these back in the bag somewhat in order. I know that is not going to happen. I have not bought any. I haven't even looked at them again. And I know as soon as I get off my live, I'm going to go over there and look at them and wish that I could get some. I am 2 grams, but it helps that I spent way too much money whenever I was out and about these last few weeks. Or, yeah. Wednesday, I was having work done on my car. So we took 2 cars up there to Fort Smith, and I went to Hobby Lobby. I went to Michael's, went to the Dollar Tree, went to Nothing But Bundt Cakes. So I spent not a whole lot of money, but I spent more money than I was planning on. So I'm a little broke at the moment as far as diamond paintings go. And plus, I'm trying to work on my stash. I'm the same way. I need to, but I also need to go on Dreamer Designs. I've got enough points for $50, and I'm not sure if it expires. So I really need to go on there and look and try to find something. Which one are you talking about, Margie? But yeah, this is the painting. I'll show it a little bit at a time. Here's the dragling. He's holding his tea bag here into his cup. This is one of the smallest Randall Spanglers that I have. And it's a round drill. A lot of mine that I have are square drills of his. Then I guess I really need to get on there. No, mine is Dreamer Designs points. I've already spent all my ones at DAC. I haven't looked at that. I really do like a lot of his paintings. But look at this coffee cup on this. Actually, it's tea. I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying coffee. But look at all the detail on this coffee cup. The moon and the clouds. I think that is just going to be gorgeous. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this one away. I think I managed to halfway get those in there pretty decently. Let's see if I can get it back in the bag. I do not know if I will be able to. Can't believe I got something on the back of that just from taking it out. Okay, stay. Is it going to stay? No. Yeah, I haven't looked at them, but on DAC lately, I haven't really found a whole lot that I have liked of their new releases, which is really strange because they used to release something almost every week that I really, really wanted. Okay, next week I'm going to try really hard to get my other section where I can unbox the bigger canvases set back up so that we can record, and I will try to do a Josephine wall one next week. I've got several of hers as well, but those are huge. All of her paintings are huge. They don't have any Pinsons right now? I guess I wasn't paying much attention and missed the whole thing because I knew their big 50 painting release was coming up, but I didn't pay attention to when. So, what is everybody working on? As y'all can tell, I'm still in the same spot on my woodland panorama. I've been working a lot on my castle wolf to the point that it is almost done. Yeah, I need to look on Dreamer Designs and spend my points. But I have been having so much fun doing the little mini squares on that other painting. I absolutely love that. I should be that same way too, Shells, but I'm not. Okay, let's push this back in a little bit. I want y'all to be able to see what I'm working on. Am I going to have to keep this all the way out like this? Probably, and then I'm going to hit my head on it. So y'all are going to be, well, I don't think y'all get to see a close-up of what I'm working on today because I cannot, well, maybe if I pushed it up a little bit. Let's see. Let's move y'all a minute. This is kind of being a hard thing to adjust today. I think I was not prepared for this live today. Okay, let's see if I can push that back in a little bit. Tilt it up. Okay, not quite where I want it at, but it's better than it was. Hi, Julie. How are you? I know. I've been doing really good lately, but I have not heard of that one. It is that a new company, Shells? Okay, I completely missed something. I'm really, that is nice. See if I can find my button to turn on my light since I decided to move everything around. That is good, Julie. I'm glad you got all the kits that you wanted. Now, after this live is over, I'm going to go have to look and kind of drool over the ones that I want. I've been good about not even watching. Grams. Okay, let's see. My lightpad underneath here is my older Toheto rechargeable one. And I don't have it plugged in, and it's probably pretty low on battery, so it's not very bright. Think we're gonna start with the 310s. Southern Girl. I've got some unboxings to do, and as I told myself that I was going to record those unboxings on Thursday while I was waiting on Josh to get off work. But I went exploring instead. I cannot wait until I get a chance to ride that train up there that stops on Main Street, Van Buren. You can go from Van Buren to Winslow, or from Springdale to Winslow, or from Springdale to Van Buren. I agree on that. But I cannot wait to do that. I hope that that'll be happening soon. Okay, that's fine, Southern Girl. Take your time. But yeah, I have to go to work later today, and that I am not looking forward to that. I've been so busy this week. I feel like I haven't even had a week off for my 4 days off work. But I had so much fun. You know, Julie, about 2 years ago, that would have been me. Um, I went crazy with DAC. I've got so many DACs that I need to do, and y'all have only seen half of them, or not even half of them, probably. But I'm going to have to go check them out once I get off of here. Even though I'm not going to buy any, I'm bound and determined I'm not going to buy any. I absolutely loved Van Buren, and the way that it's set up, it is so neat. One of the shops that I didn't, they have this gourmet popcorn shop down there too, And as soon as I saw the taffy in there, the first person I thought of was you, Granny. I didn't show that. That was after I quit recording. I think I filled up my phone from recording all of these. But I had so much fun just walking, and it was the perfect day to do that. Yeah, I've got a 6-foot long table that I have mine stacked up on, and it's halfway full, and they're stacked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 high right now. But I saved a lot of the shops. I want to go up there whenever they have the train going. And then they also have like a farmer's market on Saturdays up there. So I'd kind of like to do that. But Saturdays are, unless I take the day off work, are completely out of the question. I would try to do that and a live up there, but that won't work either because I'm sure there's a bunch of music playing. See, the last time I've been on that train once before, and I think it was just from Van Buren to Winslow, but I was like 14 years old. Somewhere between 12 and 14 years old. I went with a friend up there. It was me, him, and his mom. And she paid for me to ride the train and everything. And I loved it, but back then I really didn't appreciate what it would be like. It's just not. Now I really appreciate things like that, and I would absolutely love to go and get on like an Amtrak train and go across the country because I will not fly. I will not get on a plane. That will definitely never happen. Really? And where are you from, Kathy? What state? Grams. I can see me spending some too, even though I would have to do it on like a firm or something because I really don't have the money right now. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to do that. I've been watching a lot of train videos, and that's definitely something on my bucket list now. Is riding one of the passenger trains across the country at least a little ways. Florida, I bet they have such nice weather there. I think it's like here, and it's really humid though, isn't it? Okay, we're going to start on a few of these. I'm not going to go through as many as I did last time, but we'll do like half of these road trip questions if y'all are up for it. I have actually never been to Florida. I've been to California, is the furthest I've been. Hi, Dory. How are you? So glad you got to stop by. Okay. I can imagine with two kids on there. If I ever do it, I want to get, if it's just me, well, even if it's me and my husband, I'm going to have to get two of those sleepettes because I guarantee you I'm not going to be one that gets on the top bunk. So I will have to be one that sleeps on the bottom bunk. If any of y'all have ever watched any of those train videos, yeah, it's not happening for me to be on the top bunk. I would probably fall and break a leg or something. Hi, Miss Lizard. I missed you coming in. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see. Who is the funniest person you know? Anybody want to answer that one? Technically, myself, I would have to say my youngest daughter. Oh, okay. I thought I'd missed you coming in. I'm so sorry. I would have to say Lexi is one of the funniest people I know. She can make me laugh all the time. Anytime over the phone, everything. You yourself and I. I'm glad to hear that, Dark. Yeah, I think it would definitely have to be my daughter. Uh, there's times that we were going camping or something, and the whole way up there, she was just making me laugh so hard. Yes, Shells. I love watching her videos. Oh, believe me, Mo is right there along with following in his mom's footsteps, though. And Remy was so funny the other day. I wish I would have been there whenever she told Josh to ask Google where the anti-itch medicine was. Because that's how Nanny found her phone. That is so true, Beth. I love that video. Now you can't have that, Grams. You got there's never enough coffee in the cup. But yeah, in fact, we were one time me and Lexi were going up to Mount Nebo to camp. And one of the things that I've always wanted is like a Sprinter van or a Ford Transit, something like that. Those bigger vans that you can stand up in to make a camper. Well, anyway, we were driving up to Mount Nebo and we passed this car lot. And I was coming up to a stop, to a stoplight. But anyway, she was like, high top Sprinter van. And then it changed to yellow really quick and then almost immediately to red. And I had to stop a little bit quicker than normal, and she thought that I was stopping in the middle of the road to look at that Sprinter van. I was like, no, there's a stoplight. But yeah, she always makes. Yeah, a couple of those have been crazy. But anymore, that's about the only time that I have to do my unboxings. I've got to get other places set up so I can do them. Okay, so the next one on here is, what movie could you watch over and over again? I think for me, that would probably be the Disney's Beauty and the Beast. I absolutely love that movie. I know it's a cartoon. It shouldn't be one that I would like, but yes. Beaches, Grease. I think that I've watched Grease once. Christmas Story. I watched that every year growing up. Oh, I forgot about Mary Poppins. I love that movie too. I love those movies as well. Miracle on 34th Street and Dirty Dancing. I don't think I've ever watched The Outsiders. I may have to try that one. You like sci-fi type movies? As long as it's not a scary movie, I will watch it. I do not like horror movies, though. I think I've watched The Wedding Singer. Wizard of Oz. I have not watched that in years. I'm going to have to watch that again. There is a lot of movies that come on that I would watch all the time too, but now if we went to series to watch, I would have to say I would watch Charmed over and over again. I love that series. In fact, the first season I had it on DVD. Ghost, that's a good one too. And I used to watch Ghost Whisperer all the time as well. That one was really good. But, okay, the next one. What's your favorite junk food? Y'all can probably guess what mine is. I love Vera. I love that series as well. I could watch that one over and over again too. You and Granny have something in common, Creative Jen. I've got one more of these books. I found the 3rd edition of it at Dollar Tree as well. And it actually had one in there for friends. I was hoping that it would have one in there for Big Bang Theory because I was going to send that to Granny, but it didn't. Yep, Ice cream is my big weakness. I love ice cream. And I have to be careful of how much ice cream I buy, because if I have ice cream in the freezer, I'm sitting there getting it every single day. Yeah, I was really hoping that book had that one in it, and I was going to send it to her. Donuts, those are good too. I love maple donuts. Those are my favorite. Just a glazed donut with the maple topping. Love those. So true, Susan. I have to stay away from the salt as much as possible, but ooh, I haven't. Now y'all are making me hungry. Apple fritters. I have not had one of those in so long. Y'all can tell I'm not getting much diamond painting done today. Okay. What is something on your bucket list of things to do? Well, actually, I already answered that for y'all. But I would love to go on a train across the country. But my other thing would be visit all the national parks and go camping at a lot of them. Wow, Jess, I don't think I will ever be able to say that I have 0 WIPs. Congratulations. Mm. See, I'm the same way. I would love to take not a Jeep, but like a Sprinter van or something. Yep, I completely agree, Kathy. I, that's one thing I don't like. I don't really like to go fishing. I used to go all the time, but I would never actually fish. I would just go to spend time with my uncle and my brother while they were fishing. Really? I don't think that I could do that. My WIPs are most of them are so big that I definitely can't get them done in a month. I have never been to Alaska or Hawaii either. In fact, up until me and my husband got together, I had never been out of the 5 surrounding states of Arkansas. Cinnabons, yes, those are so good. What about those ones that Taco Bell sells? What are those called? I love those. I will go up there and order those and have them to make them fresh and take them to work with me sometimes. I've never been on a cruise before either. That's something that I would like to do too, as long as I don't have to get on a plane. Yep. One of these days I'll get to travel across the country. I would absolutely love that. One way or another, I'm going to do it. Okay. This, I have no idea because I have no hidden talents. What's a surprising hidden talent that you have? Jess, I would love to give it a try, but I've never done it. That is me. I do not want to get on a plane. You're a writer. That I would love to read some of your stuff. Yeah, I don't think I have any hidden talents. I'm the same way, Granny. I'm pretty much an open book whenever it comes to the stuff that I do. Wow, that would come in so handy in my job if I could speak 3 languages. I tried to learn Spanish, but I didn't do such a good job at it. Oh no, that's terrible, Candace. You can make stickers? If they are if you have any that are hidden from you too. I need to redecorate my walls and try to get all my diamond paintings put up. Oh, math is your secret talent. Yeah, that's my son's as well. I am terrible at math. Big multitasker. That would be handy in my job as well. I can multitask, but not a whole lot of things. Normally 3 is my limit. Yeah, with me singing, people would probably run for the hills. Yeah, in my job, there's a lot of times that I have to do that because I'll be on the phone checking in a driver, all that stuff, and sometimes it can get a little confusing. Okay, what is another one? We've only got a few minutes left. I cannot believe this hour is almost up. Um, if you had to spend $1,000 today, what would you buy? And the way that's worded is you would have to spend it today. I think mine would be diamond paintings, of course, if I had to spend it today. Or if I could spend it and actually do it later, I would probably book that train ride. Books and diamond paintings, that's me as well. But if I could spend it and do it later, I would definitely book an Amtrak train ride across the country and go as far as I could go and back. That would be good, Shells. Diamond paintings. I would definitely go off my no buy. Okay, we might have some for a couple more. What's your favorite memory from childhood? Yes, Margie, that would be good. One of these days I'm going to try that. One of these days I'm going to do it. I really want to. Going and visiting family is always good. Okay, what's your favorite memory from childhood? And I do not know why this one sticks out to me. I'm just going to cover up my diamond painting so I don't set something on it. But I think my favorite memory, and this is strange, I know, but I barely remember it. I was probably only 4 or 5 years old. And I remember we lived in Oklahoma and it was on a dirt road. And we also had an airstrip back behind our house for like private planes and stuff. Well, anyway, we were in the truck. It was just me, my mom, and dad. And my dad was trying to teach my mom to drive. And the only thing I remember about that is my dad just kind of said, "You've got to keep this truck on the right side of the road. You can't drive on the other side." And just the way he said that, every time I remember that, I cracked up laughing. But just remembering the look on his face, and I don't know why I remember that as a child, but I do. I remember him telling my mom to get back on the right side of the road, which I don't even know why he was trying to teach her how to drive because she has been considered legally blind since as far as I can remember. But maybe back then it wasn't so bad and maybe she could have worn glasses or something. I don't know. But I don't know. That's just one of my favorite memories. Maybe it was because back then my mom and dad were still together and stuff. I don't know. But wow, that would have been something to witness. Vacations with your grandparents. You know, one time my brother, and my mom actually went to Dog Patch, and that was actually really fun. He was like 16. He was the one that drove up there at 16. My mom, of course, didn't have a driver's license, but we had so much fun there too. Away from, I don't know if that would be fun, Connie. And I used to love fried bologna sandwiches whenever I was a kid. I haven't had one in so long, though. I may have to try that again. Okay. Okay, yes, that would definitely be memorable. See, my problem was I don't know how my grandparents always knew, but I definitely could not sneak out of the house. We lived right next to my grandparents, and they would always tell on me. They would always know. Try it with mustard beans. Yes, I love macaroni and cheese, and it did have to be the Kraft. Okay, what did you say, Shells? I missed it. I don't see it. You'll have to tell me again, Shells, what y'all still have. Yeah, there for a while we were having Kraft macaroni and cheese with every meal. I've just now started cooking other stuff with the meal instead of that. Beth, I can see that. Oh, okay. Really? I'm gonna have to go look at it, although I shouldn't. I'm gonna try not to buy any though. And I promise y'all I will get my comments answered this week. It's been, I just have not had time to post that video, but I will be doing a video on answering comments. But anyway, we are actually at an hour and 3 minutes. So I've got to go get ready for work. But I am so happy that y'all have made it here. Thank you so much for coming to my live. I have really enjoyed this today. Everybody have a great time shopping. Everyone take care. I will see y'all next week. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by.